Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brandy and I'm glad to have you. Today, I'm going to be talking about do's and don'ts with your locks. I'm going to give you 4 do's and 4 don'ts to kind of complement each other. So these are just some things that I have learned either from my stylist or just from personal experience on what to do and what not to do to my locks. And so if you guys are interested in this information, please keep watching. Before we continue, if you are not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you love my content, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more videos like this, and feel free to leave some comments in the comment section so that I can engage in conversation with you. Without further ado, let's get into the video. The first thing you want to do when you first get your style locks and when you're just starting your journey is to tie your hair down at night. I cannot stress how important it is to tie your hair down at night. You have to tie your hair down at night. I know some people say their hair starts growing and be sticking up, like my cousin, she's locked and she's like, my hair is always sticking up and things like that. And so it's really hard in the beginning stages. When your hair is short, it does kind of like flick all over the place, because mine's kind of did that as well. So you want to make sure you tie your hair down at night to prevent flyaways, and you also want to tie your hair down at night to prevent any lint from your pillows, pillowcases, and things like that getting in your hair. What you do not want to do is tie your hair down with anything with an elastic band in it. So I had to learn this the hard way. I love these lock socks, and unfortunately I think they've been a little rough on my edges, and so my stylist noticed that when I saw him a few days ago that my edges were like thinning, and so he asked me, what are you tying your hair down at night? And I was like, oh, I just use my lock sock. I'm tying it down at night. Well, my lock sock has an elastic band in it, and he said that that could be applying pressure to my edges, and that could be causing my edges to thin even more. Now, I already have fine edges, so again, that's what he was saying for me, that it probably doesn't work for me. All of the tips that I'm giving to you guys, please feel free to take what you need and feel free to leave what you don't, because what works for me may not work for you, and you may have learned some things along your journey. These are just some things that I learned that doesn't work for me, and some people may also be able to relate if they've had some of the same issues. So yes, so you don't want to use any of these because it could be applying pressure to your edges. If you're noticing that your edges are starting to thin out, it may be because you're using an elastic band to tie your hair down at night. What you do want to tie your hair down at night with, and what I've been doing for the last few weeks, so I've been using my satin scarf, but what I've noticed with my satin scarf is that sometimes it comes off. And so a suggestion that I would give you, and that I kind of got from my stylist as well, is to tie your hair down with the satin scarf, and then to cover your hair with a bonnet. Now, this bonnet does have an elastic band in it, but it's pretty loose, and so it's not tight at all. So I'm gonna tie my hair down with my scarf and then my bonnet. Now, the funny thing is that I hadn't been using my satin scarf because I feel like it would always just come off at night, and so it was just frustrating. So I went and got the lock socks because it was more secure. But ever since I went to my stylist and I told him I was using that, I went back to using my satin scarf, and now all of a sudden the satin scarf wants to stay, but whatever. So anywho, it's working out for me now, so I'm going to continue to use my satin scarf to tie my hair down at night, and then I'll put my bonnet over it if I feel like it's going to come off. But for right now, it's been doing well. The next do is you want to tie your hair down during the day if you're just at home maxing and relaxing and chilling out, cooling, shooting some b-ball outside the school. No, I'm just joking. But you want to make sure you tie your hair down during the day if you're just chilling, or if you're doing any housework like cleaning, mopping, dusting, sweeping, because when you do those types of things, lint and dust tends to fly in the air, and so you want to make sure that you secure your hair because you don't want all of that lint and stuff in your hair. Now, what you don't want to do is that when you are out and about, don't wear your hair down if you're gonna wear scarves. We are getting into fall, winter season, and all of those cotton scarves and things like that. I had to learn this the hard way last winter season in 2019. I was wearing my hair down a lot in the back, and no, it wasn't super long, but it was long enough to catch lint from garments like your shirts, your cottony shirts, and the scarves and things like that, don't do it. Save yourself the headache. Either don't wear those types of clothing with your hair down, or if you're gonna wear that, wear your hair up so that you can avoid attracting any pieces of particles and lint in your hair. So the third thing that you do want to do is that do wash your hair. I know there's a lot of talk of, do I wash my hair when I have locks, and how often do I wash your hair? So yes, please do wash your hair. But what I'm going to say you don't want to do is you don't want to wash your hair too often between retwists. So I had to kind of learn this the hard way now that I'm in I'm about 3.5 years locked now. So I had to kind of learn this the hard way now that my hair is getting longer and I sweat a lot. Those of you that follow me on Instagram know that I work out a lot. I work out at least 5 times a week, so I'm constantly sweating. I've always been a sweater. And I feel like I need to wash my hair more. And it's not necessarily because my hair stinks, because it really doesn't stink or carry any kind of odor, but it just feels like it needs to be washed because I'm sweating, or at least I thought that it needed to be washed. And so I would retwist my hair, and then 2 weeks later I would be washing my hair. And so I had to find out the hard way that I haven't been allowing my hair to lock because I was already washing it after retwisting. So my retwist, number one, wasn't holding much because I sweat a lot, and then number two, because I was washing my hair too soon. And so my stylist told me, don't wash your hair as often because you're not giving it time to lock, which makes sense. Because in the beginning, when I first started my locks, I wasn't washing my hair every 2 weeks. I was washing my hair every 4 weeks. So it's not something that I haven't done before. So I just kind of got to go back to what I used to do so that my new growth that's coming in will lock. Because I had about this much hair that needed to be twisted, and he was like, I know you don't have that much new growth, especially within 6 weeks. So don't wash your hair as much. And finally, number 4, do moisturize your hair. You want to make sure that you're moisturizing your hair. What that may look like is just pretty much water and oil. Okay, so what I do is if I feel like my hair is getting a little dry in between retwists, I spray it with some water, and then I put some castor oil in my hair. Castor oil has been my go-to since the beginning of my locks journey, and I have tried other things like tea tree and peppermint oils and things like that, but I always come back to the castor oil because it's just one of those things that keeps my hair the most hydrated. Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to overdo it with the products, because the more products you put in your hair, then the more opportunities you create for buildup, and buildup attracts even more lint. So don't overdo it, guys. Keep it simple with your products. Oil and water. Water first, because water is the #1 source for moisturization, and then your oil. Okay, I don't really do a lot of leave-in conditioners or anything like that. Nothing. I just really keep it simple. Okay, and so you just want to keep it simple and take care of your hair, enjoy the journey, and it'll all be well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Comment in the comment section and let me know what are some do's and don'ts that you have learned throughout your lock journey so far. If you guys like this content, again, please give me a thumbs up, share my videos, and if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my channel. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I love y'all. Peace and blessings to y'all. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.